Hi guys, welcome back to our episode, our podcast, which is called Monster and Coffee. We currently have neither, and welcome to Pride Month. And so, in light of this beautiful month, we decided to
You guys
cover this awesome book.
you guys can't see Liz, but Liz is doing I don't even know what the stance is, but it's so cute. You're just like deet, deet,
I don't know.
deet.
It's as if you were hopping
Yeah, it's like
really
oh,
animatedly.
it's like that gif of Leonardo DiCaprio. You know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
know that one.
or like the meme of him like hopping, like he's skipping and he's like,
No.
"Hey." I'll find it. But yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio, pak me vast, ik wil met je dansen, net als op die grote boot.
What? That was cute.
It's a song from this Dutch girly band.
I love it.
We keep getting off track and we haven't even started yet, but today we are covering The Girl from the Sea by Molly.
Molly Knox. I have some things to say about Molly.
Say it.
Okay, so I found out today, which is just like the fucking coolest thing, that Molly has worked on a bunch of different things that like I'm obsessed with. So she's worked on Star versus the Forces of Evil, and on that she was a designer. And then she also worked on Owl House, which
Oh.
is a Disney show, and it has a lot of representation, like LGBTQ representation. The main character actually ends up being a lesbian, and on that she's a writer and a bunch of other stuff that I've never even heard of. But I love Star versus the Forces of Evil. It's like one of my favorite cartoon shows. Like it's so cute. My daughter and I watch it constantly, and then the other one that we watch all the time and recently have been like just obsessed with is Owl House. And another thing, just off track, is my daughter came out as gay.
Woo!
Yeah, so she told me she's gay, so we are getting her a rainbow flag. And,
Aw.
so yeah, I just wanted to say that Molly is just someone I had no idea that she worked on all these different things, and the fact that she created this, like, amazing book with so much representation is just like I was like, "Oh my god, I love her." So, that's Molly.
Oh my god.
God, I know. Alright, anyways.
That's awesome. I also recently listened to a podcast which was about mermaids, selkies, and sirens.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting because I didn't know that selkies were an actual thing. Girl from the Sea, the book that we are talking about
Yeah.
today,
Yeah. She's a Silkie.
features the selkie,
Yeah.
yes. And I just didn't know that that was a thing.
Yeah, so the first time I heard about Silkies, I was watching this animated feature. I forget what it's called. I think it's like an Irish. No, not Irish. I
Selkies are Scottish.
Oh,
So,
I heard they were from Ireland.
oh, maybe it's from Ireland then.
I don't know. But yeah, they're folklore from that region.
Yes.
And basically it's like that region's version of a mermaid, right?
Yeah, the Selkies are actually people who transform into seals. Also over there it's bad luck to shoot seals or kill them
Yeah.
because you will never know if it's a normal seal or if it's a Selkie because they are indistinguishable when the Selkies have their seal skin on. So basically they have a skin that will make them look like a seal and
Yeah.
they can take it off and walk on land.
Yeah, so there's this movie that I watched, and that was basically it. It was like the person that was the Silky, they kept their skin in like a crate, like away from their family and such, but then ended up going back to the sea. And in this one, I guess every 7 years, a Silky can take their skin off and walk on land, but they need a kiss.
Yeah, that's what is going on in this book.
Yeah,
Which is a cool concept and it gets used really quickly
yeah,
because we start
exactly.
with Morgan. She is sort of fleeing her house because the oh yes, sorry.
No, it's okay.
River's pointing to the book and points to the synopsis. Please go ahead and read the synopsis, River.
Okay. One summer can change everything. 15-year-old Morgan has a secret. She can't wait to escape the perfect little island where she lives. She's desperate to finish high school and get as far away as possible from her sad, divorced mom, her volatile little brother, and her group of best friends, who don't actually know Morgan at all. Because really, Morgan's biggest secret is that she has a lot of secrets, including the one about wanting to kiss girls. Then one night, Morgan is saved from drowning by a mysterious girl named Kelty. Suddenly, life on the island doesn't feel so stifling anymore. But Kelty has some secrets of her own. And as the girls start to fall in love, everything they've been hiding will find its way to the surface, whether Morgan is ready or not. And that's
Wow. Wow.
I did it without fucking up like a million times.
Congratulations.
But I saw you laughing there for a second. I was like, fuck, what are you laughing at?
Oh no. I was laughing at how savage she was about her mom being sad.
I know. Her fucking divorcee mom.
Yeah. It's not to do with the book, but I just realized that the tips of your hair are green, which is really cool.
I know. It's like a so I'm wearing a wig because it's Pride Month and I want to do what the fuck I want. And so it's like this like teal wig that goes down into like these bright green tips.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm wearing it is because I'm wearing my Rick and Morty shirt. And there's this
It's
like
also greenish.
yeah, it's like pink and blue and it has like this really awesome like teal green skull thing and
You know
it's
what? You're
really
actually
awesome.
a. We were like, we're not going to interrupt each other today. Yet here we are.
It's okay.
I was going to say you are bubblegum in human form.
I feel like I'm pastel goth today. Like, that's how I
Yes.
feel. I feel
Yeah.
like and I'm like, I'm okay with it. I don't do it very often because I don't feel like I'm the version of pastel goth, but I wanted to do it. It's Pride Month, and I'm feeling it.
Please take a
Um,
picture.
I shall, just for you though, okay?
Cheers. No,
Cheers.
but also so people that listen to this can see what we are describing.
Aw, okay. Alright, guys, don't make fun of me though. I
Everyone will love it. I know it.
And why are you so nice to me? One thing I wanted to say about this book is it is so perfect for this time of year. It's summer, at least on this side of the hemisphere where California lives. And
California looks good on ya, but it made a mess of me.
you're so fucking cute. And it's also Pride Month. It's June,
Yes.
guys. Like, oh, this is just like the perfect read for this time of year.
And I'm so glad that you like it.
Oh
I
my
read it, I think, a year ago or something. And then,
You got it for me for my birthday. I was so cute. I
yeah.
came home from I think I was dropping my daughter off or something, and then there was a package, and Andrew was like, "Oh, it's for you." And so I was not expecting it. So you got me this. You got me The Girl from the Sea, and then you
Hmm.
also got me A Kind of Spark. And I think I read those both. Like I read this one in like a couple hours, and then I read The Kind of Spark in like 2 days. They're
Yeah,
both
you
just
were
like
so
so
fast.
they're so good. And they're like super like easy reads.
Yeah.
So if you're just looking for like a cozy little summer read, like this is perfect for that. And yeah, so if you want to get
Yeah.
us started,
And also a little shout out to Kind of Spark, which is
yeah,
also a good read.
hmm
I don't
I
know
loved it.
what season it's in though, but it's autism.
I think it kind of rolls around like fall-ish.
Okay, well, we'll bring it up in autumn then again.
Yeah, no, I do want to go through that one with you because it's just so cute, especially because of the character who's autistic. But before we get off track again, we'll get back
Take a
into
shot
the
every time we get off track.
People are gonna be really fucking drunk at the end.
Yes, so we start off with Morgan fleeing her home because her mom and brother are arguing.
Yeah.
And so she's like, peace. And then she sort of slips on the rocks because it's rainy and dark. And then she is like, oh shit, I'm drowning. And she has this feeling of, when you die, you have this
Like, all the flashbacks,
film roll thing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like your life flashes before your eyes.
Yeah, that's what's happening to her. But then she is saved by a really, really beautiful girl, and she's too beautiful to be real. So she's like, "I this is a hallucination."
Yeah, she's like, "I'm
and s-
dreaming."
yes, and since this isn't real, let me kiss you real quick because you're hella fucking cute.
Yeah, and so she's like during this flashback, she's talking about how like she has this plan. She doesn't want to tell anybody that she's gay because she's worried about like what people are going to think and that kind of thing. And
Yeah, it's like small town. Everyone knows everyone.
yeah, exactly. And so she just like she like her big plan is that once she finishes high school, when she goes to college, then she'll be like her true self, quote unquote.
Yeah,
And
that was in the
so
synopsis.
yeah, exactly. Um I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry.
I always do that too, so.
So yeah, like my favorite thing about this scene and like the fact that you can like see it too, just like the fact that it's like a comic book, it's just so
Mm.
cool. Kelty is so beautiful, and like the way that Morgan is like looking at her and like touching her face, like she's super into her. And the fact that she just like lets it all go because she thinks it's a delusion. She's like, I'm
Yeah.
just into it. I'm just into it, man. Like
Let's go.
let's go. Yeah. She's like, I hit my head, whatever, this isn't real. I'm just dreaming.
Yeah.
And then the next day is a complete like it's a polar opposite reaction. Whereas before she was like super into Kelty, when Kelty shows up with like legs and is running after her,
Yeah,
she's
this is
like,
the next day, yeah.
yeah, she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because she's not about to have the risk of her being all over her while she's in the closet.
Yeah, exactly. She like puts all of her walls up, which is like it makes sense. Like Kelty comes up to her and she's basically like, "You're the love of my life, and I'm on land now, and I have legs, and we can be together, and la 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 rainbows."
Rainbow
And
sunshine.
Morgan's
She's
like,
very cute also.
she is. I just love the way that she's just like declaring her love like it's nothing. She's like, "You're
Yeah.
the love of my life," and Morgan's like, "You're insane. Stay away from me."
Which is really sad. When I read it, I was like, "Oh, poor Selkie, poor
I don't.
Kelty." But
Yeah, it's
also, I understand Morgan,
yeah.
so it's like double.
It's a yeah, it's like a she's in between a rock and a hard place. There's this cute girl that obviously she shared a kiss with, but she's like, was that real? Is what she's saying real? Because she's telling her like, I'm actually, I'm a
Selkie.
silky. There we go. I'm a
No, you
silky.
know what the problem is? She's a Selkie, but her name is Kelty, and they are very similar to each other.
Yeah,
So I keep rotating them in my head,
yeah, like mixing them. I do the same.
mixing. Yeah.
I keep doing the same thing, and it sounds like this insane story, right? And she's like, I don't even know who this chick is, and she's declaring love for me. Like it's really weird. And like you're 15, you're not really ready for that kind of a thing, especially when you're closeted. Her mom comes out and she's like, "Oh, who's your friend?" And Morgan's like, "This is just she's from school. I I don't know if she's a friend. She's
Yeah.
from school." And her brother's like, "I've
I
never seen
haven't
this."
seen her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like real skeptical, like, who the fuck?
What's that thing? Like, Kelty? I hardly know her.
Who's that girl? Dun, dun, dun,
It's Jess.
dun.
Oh no, it's Kelty.
I guess like she ends up having breakfast with them. I don't know how she gets a hold of this. Like she's wearing like a jacket.
Doesn't she get that from
Oh
Morgan?
yeah, yeah, yep. Because she's wearing it when she falls in. I think.
Ah, see,
Me
yeah.
let me make sure.
Also, it's really cute because you can see that Kelty is a Selkie
Hmm.
since her she has really big eyes, big
Yeah,
dark eyes that shine, and she
yeah.
has a lot of
Little
freckles.
freckles.
So she kind of looks like a seal in human form.
Yeah, and the other thing I really love, honestly, like the artwork is just gorgeous, but the
Yes. Yeah.
character designs are just so interesting. And I love the way that Kelty doesn't look like your average or your typical like beautiful. She's a little bit thicker, right? She's much
Yeah.
thicker than Morgan. She's got
Hmm.
like and I identify with this. I feel like this is me versus you. Like I'm like a thick girl and I'm like, okay. And then Kelty also has like really dark skin, but then this beautiful like light blonde hair. And
Really long.
really long, beautiful, light blonde hair, and it's just, like, the contrast between her skin and her hair, like, looks so pretty. She's just like a mythical looking creature in human form.
One might say, alle skin and golden locks.
I love that. You know what I noticed in the last episode I was editing? I
No.
just repeat everything you say. Like, you'll say something cute and funny, and then I just repeat it.
No, I feel like I do that with you or just with myself. So you end up just hearing something 3 times.
Yeah. It's just like, "Damn, can't I come up with my own fucking jokes?" Like, why do I always have to, like, just piggyback off of you? But anyways, yes, olive skin and golden locks.
And then she goes to school, right?
Well, I think, like, she's kinda stuck with her for a little bit, and it's, like, it's summer, so there's no school.
Her friends keeping asking her like, "Where are you?"
Yeah,
to
oh,
Morgan, and
yeah.
Morgan is sort of half-heartedly ghosting them
Yeah.
because she's busy with everything else. And their friends are just like, "Oh, are you okay?" and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, just real sidetrack, really quick side quest moment. In Nightfall, you need to read that book. I keep looking at it because the cover is so fucking pretty.
I love you. Take a drink, everybody. Let's go.
Alright, what happens next?
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me about Nightfall.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's about a vampire-infested little town, and the main character doesn't know about vampires, which I mean, shocker, right?
So is it kinda like Lost Boys?
Yeah, it's advertised sort of at the as the Lost Boys versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Hell fucking yeah. I need that in my life. Alright. Okay. Noted. So
Okay.
she's walking around with Kelty, and then her friends come up. So her friends are Serena, who is very rich, Lizzie, who is this cute little, I think she's like a cute little black girl, and then we have Jules, who is this tall drink of water with like red hair, and yeah, so they're walking around, they're hanging out, and Morgan's like, fuck, like I can't be seen with you with my friends, like it's really weird, like you're just like this random ass girl, like we need to get you some like actual clothes. So they go and they get her like a
Oh,
t-shirt.
don't they get her a purple T-shirt or something with a
Yeah,
seal on it?
yeah, so no, not seals, they're dolphins.
Oh, dolphins! Yeah.
Yeah, look
Oh,
here.
that's so cute. Yeah, and she loves it, right?
Yeah, she
She's
loves
obsessed
it.
with that shirt, and she just loves life. She loves the little things and all the, and she doesn't care what anybody thinks. So like girl slay, you
Yeah.
know? Um
Yeah. Morgan's like, "I'm telling you it's a kid's shirt," and she's like, "I don't care." She's like, "It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen," and it reminds me of,
oh,
Lisa Frank. Do you know who that
who that?
is?
No.
It's an artist from, like, the '80s, '90s who, drew a lot of, like, cats and, like, animals and, like, super, like, saturated colors, very gay. It would be like, "Oh, damn," if you saw, they'd be like, "That's hella gay." Lisa Frank. Anyways,
Oh, whoa.
Morgan's like, "You're so weird," and, like, to me, I feel like she's just saying that because she doesn't know how to accept herself, right? Like, um, Kelty is this, like, cute, adorable, mythical creature person, and she doesn't have any reservations. Like, just the fact that someone thinks she's weird doesn't matter to her because, like, in her culture, when she's, like, a seal, like, they all just accept each other,
Yeah.
and Morgan is living in this situation where, like, who she is at her core, she's scared that people won't accept her. So,
Hmm.
I think she's projecting her own insecurities on Kelty, if that makes sense.
Yeah. She's like, why are you so free and open, and why can't I have that kind
Yeah,
of thing?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, I was still looking at the Lisa Frank shit, and it's so fucking colorful. It's really cool,
It's
and
cute, right?
I sent you one because it's a seal, and I think that's perfect
Oh my gosh, let me see, I wanna see it. Where is it? On, WhatsApp?
on Discord.
Discord. Let's go.
It's like if you imagine the 2000s and then
Yes!
rainbow colors
Oh, this is
with
so cute. This is very, like, typical Lisa Frank. Oh, I just remember having, like, folders and coloring books and like all kinds of stuff. They used to have like backpack. I don't know. Lisa Frank. Lisa
Oh,
Frank.
awesome. Yeah,
Um,
we'll insert this image also in the photo dump. This
yeah.
seal that Lisa Frank made because it's really cool, and I think it's just perfect
Oh,
with our episode.
also, since we're already on another tangent, I'm gonna send you the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
We skipping? It's on Discord.
Oh, that one.
He's like,
Yeah, that's
that's
on
what
the.
that's what you reminded me of.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
we'll post that one as well.
Yes.
So after they get her a shirt and some shorts, her friends end up finding them at the pier, and you can tell immediately that Serena, the like kind of the rich girl, is like not Serena, Selena.
Selena, denk ik.
Oh, hold on, let me go back. Serena, I was right. Okay, so
Oh.
Serena is like not into Kelty at all. She's like, who the fuck is this? Why is she wearing a kid shirt?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? And so she's kind of just being like, oh, she's been following me around all day, and she kind of like pushes Kelty away. So Kelty ends up like being sad and walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next scene, Kelty is kind of like basically deciding that she wants to go back in the sea because she's not getting what she needs from Morgan, and
Yeah,
she's
she
sad.
thought that Morgan loved her, but then she's giving all those signs
Yeah.
where it feels like she doesn't. So she's like, okay, I feel like I'm not wanted here,
Yeah, and it's
so
a
I
really
might as well go back.
like this scene is just so sad. Like look at her cute little face. She's so
Oh yeah,
sad.
I forgot that she talks with the seals.
Yeah, she can talk to the seal. It's so cute and sad. She's like, I can't do it alone. I don't understand anything up here. I was so sure she would feel the same way about me,
Oh
which is so
yeah,
sad.
yeah.
And
She also
then,
has other motives that she is here. So
right,
that.
so Kelty has a
Yeah.
secret of her own,
Hmm.
and I think she's also scared to tell Morgan about it immediately. Like I think that comes up a little later. But then Morgan comes around and she's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. Please don't leave." Uh she's like, "But you can't stay at my house, by the way. You got to just stay over here. You got to stay outside." Like I thought that was a little shitty. I was like, "She's going to make this girl like sleep outside?"
Yeah, she's a selkie, but I mean, come on.
She's like in a human form. You make this bitch
Yeah.
sleep outside in the cold? And you're taking her skin with you? You're just
Yeah,
taking
like no, doesn't look good for you, but okay.
Yeah. The other thing I really loved about, like, just the way that this comic is laid out, I've told you I wanted to work on a comic myself,
Yeah.
and this is something I definitely wanna implement, is, like, the text space. Like, you can see them communicating with each other almost like you would, like, a Facebook group or, like, a, uh
Yeah, it's almost like a screenshot of one of their phones of their group
conversations.
chats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really fun because you also see people talking through each other like
Yeah.
you would have in real life.
Yeah, it's very, like, modern. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
of the times. Um,
They have
and
smartphones.
they have smartphones, yeah, exactly, and, like, each color goes to each character, and then you get, um like, a
Yeah,
little selfie of
profile
them.
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it just keep like and then you can tell the difference between, like, a group chat with 4 people and then the group chats with, like, just 2 people. And you
Mm-hmm.
can tell that, Morgan is like you said, she's, like, actively avoiding people.
Yeah. Is this at the point where they sort of have little dates?
Not quite yet. It's, like, the next day. The next day, she comes out with a I thought this was so cute because it's so gay. It's like, "I'm gonna bring a Pop-Tart to my girlfriend." So I think she feels really bad about the situation before where she kind of like pushed her away and she's like she definitely has some feelings for her, I think. And then she shares a Pop Tart with her. They're holding hands and they're talking. They go on a little date and they go to the rookery, which is where all the seals are, and it's very cute. It's like this little cove
Oh yeah, yeah.
with all the little
Uh,
seals. It's
Kelty is sort of giving her a little view into her life.
we need to put this one on here. Baby seals with
Baby
like
sales, yeah,
little
with
stars.
stars in their eyes.
Yeah. They're just talking about their life and like they're kind of like getting to know each other a little bit more. And at this point is when they finally decide that they have feelings for each other. And it's the moment where they share a very cute little kiss.
Aww. Yeah, River is showing me the picture.
It's
Oh, it's on
actually,
the back
yeah,
as
it's
well.
actually the picture of the back, which is just so cute.
Yeah.
And I
These
think like,
pictures will be in the photo dump as well, so you
yes,
can see too what we are looking at.
this is very cute too. She's like, well, I guess I'd have to figure it out. When we did this before, I thought it was a dream. This time I know it's real and I don't care. And then they kiss. It's very cute.
Yeah, I remember that to be a really lovely moment.
Yeah. I think in this moment too, like this is where Morgan is like, it has to stay a secret. My plan is to like come out after when I leave this place. And I think Silky, you can tell she's like, I just want it to be private, just us, okay? And then there's this scene where Kelty just kind of goes, mm-hmm, and you see it on her face.
You see that she doesn't really like that it has to be a secret.
No. And then at this point, they're saying like they're talking to her, the seals are talking to Kelty, and she's like, "No, I'm not getting distracted. Don't worry." Well, maybe I'm a little distracted, but don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it. Trust me.
Yeah.
And that's where you get another little like little nudge of like, okay, Kelty is like hiding something as well.
Something's
Like
going on here.
what is going on? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then they have the montage of dates.
Okay, yeah. That is also the moment where they share another kiss, right? In the water.
Yeah, so they're at the beach and Kelty is like off to the side, and so Morgan kind of like leads her to this little
Cove
rock,
thing.
little cove thing, but little does she know her brother is also taking quite a little walk, like a little you know. And look at, okay, this is like another, look how cute this illustration is. Where
Yeah.
they're like so flirty, like the body language is so flirtatious.
Yes.
It's so cute.
They're in the water and then they kiss, and the brother comes up and he sees it and he walks away.
Yeah, he walks away. It's just like, okay.
Like,
And then
I,
you're kind of like, oh shit, but you're also like,
yeah.
maybe he won't say anything.
Yeah, it's a gamble that you, and she doesn't know that her brother saw it.
Mm-mm.
So like, what's going to happen now? So what's going to happen now? I don't know. I don't
It's okay.
remember.
I love going through the book with you. It's so good. So they have their neighbors over
Oh
for
yeah, they
dinner.
have dinner. Yes.
Yeah. And they're all talking and they're talking about her new friend, and her brother goes,
Well, her girlfriend.
yeah,
Her.
more than a and he goes, Morgan has a girlfriend. And then she gets fucking furious. She's like, oh no, fuck you.
Yeah, and she's a teenager, so it's furious. Kirtan. Cute.
Yeah, it's like times
English
a
words.
million.
Times a million. Yes.
Yeah, I think you worry about your English and it always sounds fine. It always
No, I
sounds good.
said Kir, like the X
Times. Yeah,
something times
times.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The,
if you heard that, it's the Dutch word for it.
you said it right. It was just mixed.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so she runs off, and at the same time that she runs off, I forget that we should have mentioned that when they met up with her friends, like that moment where she was like, "Oh, guilty," blah blah blah. She was talking about her yacht, her mom and dad's yacht, and how they wanted to promote something. I forget what it is.
They want to promote the tours in the islands because
Yeah,
it's sort of a touristy thing. Or they
yeah,
want to make it more of a touristy thing. So they
right,
want to have the yacht
yeah.
in there. And it's the parents of Sarina.
Yeah, because they're like the rich one. It's also like her birthday party. So she's like, okay, well, I want to have a birthday party on the yacht, but my parents are making me invite all these people, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's a dress code, all this stuff. And
By the way. Yeah.
yeah. And then when she's running away, Serena texts her. Then this is like added stress, right? Serena texts her and she's like, I don't know what's going on with you, but like you're not talking to me. And like I understand your parents are divorced, blah, blah, blah. But like I'm here for you. You seems like you're avoiding us. I just want you to know that you can talk to me. And Morgan's just like, honestly, like I don't know how to talk about it. There's just a lot of stuff going on. So I feel bad because she's struggling in her family life because her mom's a divorcee and her brother's dealing with the divorce in like a negative way, so he's being like really mean and lashing out at her. And then she, on top of that, she has like this new girl in her life that is a complicated situation, and then she
Mhm.
has her friends who like want her attention and want her friendship, but she's just like she's just being pulled in too many directions. Like she's having some main character bullshit. You know?
Yeah, yeah. That's the
Yeah.
perfect way to describe it.
And then this is the part where Kelty decides that it's the right time to tell Morgan about everything, right? So my secret is, you know, if we don't stop this yacht thing, the tours thing from
Mhm.
happening, it's going to scare all of the fish and sea life away, and that's like, you know, the sustenance for my family, and it's going to like
Yeah,
make us have
basically
to
the
leave.
yeah, exactly.
I feel like I'm like taking over. Do you want to?
Well, it's more fresh in your mind, right?
I just have the
So,
book in front of me.
yeah,
I'm just like,
exactly. You're just flipping, flipping.
so after she tells Morgan this,
Yeah, Morgan is pretty
pissed.
pissed off, right? Because she thinks that Kelty just used her for the kiss, just so she could come on land and disrupt the whole thing and help her family and that kind of stuff.
She faked her feelings, like, oh, you're just using me, kind of thing. So she runs away.
Yeah, and it's very sad because I
Yeah.
I kept feeling bad for Kelty.
Dude, I feel Kelty. I feel Kelty. I
I
feel bad
forgot.
for Kelty the
Yeah,
entire time in
yeah.
the first portion of the book because she's doing the most for this bitch. And this bitch is just like, I have to keep you a secret. I don't know if I really like you. And also like, fuck you now for having like a mission that you need to
She's
do.
she's basically treating her like shit.
Yeah. Morgan is a good character. I'm not saying that she's not.
No, it's I
I don't like the
remember
way that she's treating Kelty.
I saw a quote recently. I don't remember it quite well, but it was something like understand the difference between good people not making their best decisions or bad people acting like they are good or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And Morgan's a good person. She's just making some mistakes.
Yeah.
And you know, granted, like she's 15.
Yeah.
It's not. This is not
We
going to
all
be.
make mistakes at 15.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like to be like, this is the love of my life at age 15 is kind of a lot. So yeah, so she runs away, and this is one of my favorite parts when she gets back into the house.
Tell me, tell
You
me.
remember like what happens when she like bursts into the room?
Um
Her mom does like bust through a closet as like a coming out of the closet because
Mhm.
of the
Oh
situation.
yeah, she makes the joke.
I was like, I was thinking about this at first. I was like, damn, that's a joke. But now I'm like, the longer I look at it, I'm just like, this is a really good joke. If Caitlin came out to me, my daughter, well, she did, but if she was worried about like the way that I would react or whatever, and she ran off, like I would come out of a closet and be like,
You would
it's
wait in the
fine.
closet
Yeah, yeah.
until she came back.
Okay, so this moment, her mom is so accepting. She is saying, like, I wish you would have told me, blah, blah, blah. But she gives Morgan the best advice. And she's saying, you know, that she's okay with the whole thing and like she understands that like they're going through a lot. And then she says, like, you know, Kelty's a cutie. And then Morgan's like, well, I just ended things with her because she's a lying bitch. Um,
Oh,
and
harsh.
yeah, and then her mom says, I just wanna read this whole thing. Her mom says, "I saw how she looked at you, and that kind of connection, it's important, even if it doesn't last forever." And then Morgan says, "Like you and dad?" And then her mom says, "Me and dad, oh hun, things didn't work out, but we had happy years, and I got you and Aiden out of it." Who is grounded, by the way, because he was a little shit who outed his
Hey,
sister at the table in front of fucking strangers.
neighbors, right?
Yeah. And then she says, sometimes you have to let your life get messy. That's how you get to the good parts. And like
Yes.
that moment, I was like, damn, that's a good ass mom. Like the writing in this is just like, oh, thank you so much, Molly. Like it's so good.
Yeah, that's something you have to stick on your refrigerator because that's actual life advice that is actually useful.
Yeah, so many people, and me included, when things get really messy or hard, our immediate reaction is to like stop it, run away from it, close the door so that way things stay mildly comfortable, right? Like we're
Mhm.
afraid of the messiness. And her mom's just like, you got to get through it because that's how you get. And it's so true. So true.
That's how you
Um
get to the good parts.
yeah. So then the next part is, I think this is where Morgan makes up with her brother and decides that she wants to make up with Kelty. And her brother and her do a really cute little, they're like fixing up a
Yeah.
like an outfit for
Morgan
Kelty.
is going to make a dress for Kelty, and her brother is sort of the fitting doll for her.
Yeah, and it's really cute because they've had kind of a strange relationship, but this kind of brings them a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then Kelty's just so cute.
What's Kelty doing?
She's just like thinking about the boat and like she's like, I can't swim out there because I'd probably sink. She's just being cute. And then Morgan comes up and they make up and she gives her the dress and she's like so fucking like, I think this part is actually her skin. Like the bottom part of it is her
Oh,
silk.
hmm. I don't know if that's hmm.
I think
Because
it was. I'm not sure. I'm trying to actually no, it's just fabric. Never mind.
I was just
Oh,
thinking.
yeah, because okay, I know now. Because
Okay.
later on, Morgan is wearing a dress and she's got Kelty's skin wrapped around her
Oh,
as like
okay.
a shawl.
Well, I was thinking if she fucked with that skin, then Kelty wouldn't have a way to go back
Yeah.
into the sea. So, I mean, she wouldn't have done that, right? And yeah, she didn't. Okay, cool.
No, she didn't. I'm sorry. That's my bad. She's using it as like a shawl or a scarf.
Yeah, the dress that she made, it was very frilly fabric, very lovely, and she remade the top half is the shirt that
Yeah,
Kelty really loves,
with
the purple
the
one with the
dolphins.
dolphins. Yeah,
So
and it's really
cute.
cute.
She's like,
Yeah.
"For me?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I don't know where I'd wear such a pretty thing." And she's like, "Well, remember what Serena said about her party having a dress code?"
You can wear it there. Hey,
My
wink, wink,
favorite
wink.
my favorite part during, like, their, like, little conversation is the little group text. Lizzie is sharing, like, 2 different dresses, and
Yeah, what should I wear?
Jules is like, "They look super similar." It's very, like, girly, like, the way that they're
Yeah.
dealing with it. Like, "No, the second one's a lot sexier." And then Serene's like, "Oh, you should wear this with the wedges." And she's like, "I don't wanna be too sexy." And then Serena's like, "Don't be afraid of your own power." And I was like, "Hell yeah, girl."
And it's very lovely that she takes Kelty to the party.
Yeah, but she doesn't tell Serena. I think she did that because she was scared to tell Serena, but also,
Yeah,
in my opinion, I feel like, she probably should have warned her at least because
it's her party.
yeah,
Yeah.
when they get to the party, she introduces Kelty as her girlfriend to her friends. So she's, like, finally accepting, like, herself in that
Yeah,
way.
it's a really awesome moment that she is open about it finally and that she dares to come out to her friends. But
Yeah,
then also, and also, hell yeah, for Kelty because then she doesn't have to lie anymore. But
yeah,
also, Serena gets real mad. And so Morgan is pretty sad about that. But
yeah,
a bit later, we find out that it is actually because she was like, "Why couldn't you tell me this? I feel
yeah,
hurt because you didn't tell me." And at first, Morgan was afraid because she thought that it would have been because she wasn't accepting, but it was actually the other way around.
yeah.
I really liked that moment.
No, me too. I was worried for a moment there that it was
Yeah.
jealousy.
Oh,
Like,
I thought it was her being homophobic.
okay, so, yeah, I was reading into it a little differently because I thought, like, oh, maybe it's, like, a jealousy thing because she was so adamant about her coming to it's so interesting how, like, different readers will see things
Yeah,
differently,
no,
um,
definitely.
but I didn't I think it's just because like, I'm so accepting of people that, like, I project that onto other people sometimes. I just thought, "Oh, she has a crush on her, and that's why she's, like, upset." But it was so nice that, like, it was more than that. It was just, like, her loving her so much as a friend that she felt betrayed that, like, she couldn't be a part of that big portion of her life. She's like,
Yeah.
like, I want to be there for you, that kind of thing. And so while she's having this conversation with
Kelty's
Serena,
run off,
Kelty
and
is,
she wants to run the boat on the cliffs, like Titanic style.
yeah, she's like, I know what to do. She's like, I'm gonna wreck this bitch.
Yeah.
So then after that conversation, she finds Kelty and she's like, "Oh, I might have set the boat on a collision course with the reef, so don't be mad at me." And then she's like, "Kelty, with everybody on the
What
boat?
the hell?
You can't
Yeah.
do this." She's like, "I'm fixing it now." So she
Panic!
runs off.
Panic!
My favorite part is Liz is like talking to her. She's like, she's talking about her crush or whatever, and then Morgan's like, just, can you just hold on to this, like, brace yourself, for no real reason, just like brace yourself though.
No big deal, but like, can
Can
you
you
do that
please?
for a minute?
And then the boat starts to creak, and Morgan and Serena, by the way, did not make up officially. They talked, but they didn't make up. And so while the boat is creaking and whatnot, fucking Serena gets
Thrown
catapulted.
off the
Yeah.
board. Yes.
She-
She gets thrown off board and she's in
yeah.
the sea. And can she swim or not?
It's not that she can't swim. It's just like, I think she's so far out. It's cold and it's like a really deep. I think she just gets tired. And so they're having a good time, right? After she gets thrown off, because they think everything's a-okay.
Okay, Kelty and Morgan,
Yeah.
you mean? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And
Sorry.
then they see, for the people who are listening.
Yeah. And
So
then
Kelty
they
and Morgan have made up, but then they see Serena in the sea, and Kelty's like, "Oh shit, I need to go and save her, but then I can't go back for another 7 years."
yeah,
And
so
so I
she
have that conversation, right?
yeah, they had this conversation the day or the night when they first met, and Kelty was like, "I'm gonna go back."
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're having it again, and they know, so they share like one last kiss, which is like, look at how cute this, like,
Yeah,
so
it's a
pretty.
really lovely moment. We need to post that too.
Yes,
We
yes, we
need
do.
to, we
It's
just need to post all the kisses.
Oh man, I just love gay love. Anyways, so she takes her skin and she turns into a seal again, and then she saves. This is really cool too. You can see half of her human face and then half of
Yeah,
her seal face when she's saving Serena.
and then Serena, she sort of connects the dots, right? She's like, "Oh shit, is this what's happening here?" And then she sort of becomes understanding, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, she gets it. And then, Kelty is like, "Okay, I can't leave for another 7 years." And Morgan's like, "Oh, okay, 7 years. I can wait 7 years. I'll be right here, I guess." you know.
Yeah.
Um, you have plans, you need to go do them. She goes, "In 7 years we'll meet again. I know we will. I'll tell you of the adventures I've had, and you will tell me of yours." And then they have like their last hug and their last cute ass kiss.
Very lovely.
Very lovely. And then she's gone. They all hang out as friends. Serena's like, "Oh, you weren't lying about her." And yeah, that's basically the end.
Don't we also see that the neighbor is
So
also a selkie?
yeah, so the neighbors that they were having dinner with, they're on a walk, and Morgan's looking out on the cove, and they come up. They said, "Lovely, lovely day to look for seals." Morgan goes, "Did you know about her?" And he goes, "Oh yes, there have always been silkies here." She's like, "Yeah, she was my girlfriend, but now she has to be a seal for 7 years." Like, ha ha ha. And she goes, "Yeah, the love of selkies is a special one." And then when
Don't
he
they
says
then
we're
reach
quite,
for each other's hands?
yeah,
Like, we know exactly what you mean.
yeah, he takes off
The
his glasses,
yeah.
which have been hiding his silky eyes, and you can see that they're all just like standing on the cliff together looking out, and that's how it ends.
Yeah, they're looking out in the sea.
It's just so good. Like, this whole fucking book is just so
Oh, River
precious.
showed me a page of the drawings, like the sketches and all that kind of stuff, the behind the scenes moments.
Yeah, so they talk about like the contrast between
Morgan
Morgan
and
and Kelty.
Kelty. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, you guys should read this fucking book because it's really good.
Yeah, and also the images are really cool, really cool. So you have now heard the entire story, but it's still worth to read it yourself so you can see all the images and see their body languages, and Kelty's really cute eyes.
What was your like favorite moment in the book?
I think Kelty being really excited about everything and that shirt.
Yeah, I agree. I think my favorite part was the little like secret kiss behind the rocks at the when they were at the beach. And I think the reason why is because it was so flirtatious and like
Hmm.
I remember being young and wanting to kiss girls, but being scared of people seeing and like stealing kisses from like a friend, like secretly, you know?
Yeah.
So that reminded me of like my childhood.
So it was kind of nostalgic for you.
Yeah. But yeah, happy gay month, everybody. Go
Yeah.
read this cozy ass summer comic.
Yeah. It's really cute. And we hope you all will have a lovely Pride Month. We hope you also enjoyed listening to our chaotic rambles as always. And next time we will probably have another Our Flag Means Death episode out. I hope you guys are not sick of that yet. We still have a couple of episodes to go. It's 10 episodes, and after that, we are going to cover Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited. So
Hell yeah.
gay. Gay vampires, gay. Gay vampires, gay, gay. Gay vampires, gay, gay. All
Yes,
right.
very feral, chaotic vampires. And yeah, it's very cool. Go watch the show as well.
Or wait for us to cover it and then we can go over it together. Pow, 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 pow.
And we also need to do another episode about our current reads. So
Mhm.
we might do that as well in the near future.
Yeah, I think that would be perfect. All
All right.
right.
Have a good night, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.